Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're going to be diving into something I think you're really going to like. A lot of you have been asking us about 30-day challenges.
Yeah, those little commitments that promise to totally change your life just a day at a time.
Totally. And you guys have sent in a ton of challenges that you're curious about.
Whole
So,
bunch.
yeah, we've gone through and we've picked out some of the coolest and most effective ones to talk about today.
We're not talking about those quick fixes. We want to look at things that'll actually help you build good habits. The ones that stick.
Right, exactly. We want to know why this 30-day thing is so popular, like what makes it work and how can it actually lead to lasting change.
Yeah, it's really interesting when you think about the psychology of it all. 30 days, it just feels doable.
Yeah.
It's not this huge, overwhelming thing. It's just a small chunk of change.
It's like that quote we found, instead of one massive goal, I break it down into tiny parts, usually 30-day challenges.
Exactly. And that's what helps you get started.
Yeah.
It's not so scary that way. Plus, it's like a trial period.
You get to test it out first.
Exactly. If you do it for a month and you're like, nope, this is not for me, you haven't wasted years of your life.
That's a good point.
Just a little bit of time.
Takes the pressure off. And you know what else we found? 30-day challenges. They're like boot camps for consistency.
Oh, absolutely. They force you to get into a routine,
Which is what it's all about.
which is the key to making a habit stick.
Hmm.
It's about showing up every day, even when you don't want to, you build that self-discipline.
No more excuses. So are you ready to dive into some specific challenges?
Oh, yeah. Let's get into it. Especially the ones that get you big results from small actions.
Okay, well, get ready because we've got some awesome ones, starting with health and fitness.
Classics.
Right. So first up, let's talk about staying hydrated.
Okay.
One person we read about, they drank a gallon of water every day. That's like 3.78 liters.
Wow.
And they said it gave them so much more energy.
It's amazing how many people don't drink enough water. Like staying hydrated. It's like fueling your body.
Mm.
It affects everything, your energy, your digestion, even how well you think.
Yeah, it's true. We forget our bodies need H2O.
And it makes you pay attention to how much you're drinking throughout the day, which can be a game changer.
Okay, so speaking of small changes with big impact, how about this? We found someone doing 2-minute planks and 20 push-ups every single day.
Ah, the classics.
Yeah.
But don't let how simple they are fool you. Those are so effective when you do them consistently.
Our source called them straightforward compound exercises,
I love that.
which is a great way to put it.
It is because they use multiple muscle groups at the same time.
Oh, I see.
So you're getting the most out of your workout.
Hitting multiple goals at once, I like it.
Exactly. Like planks are amazing for your core, which is so important for everything. Good posture, avoiding injuries.
And push-ups work your whole upper body, chest, shoulders, triceps, the whole 9 yards.
Don't forget about your heart, too. Even though you're using your own body weight, it still gets your heart rate up.
So you get a little bit of everything just from those 2 exercises.
Exactly. It all comes down to consistency. That's what we keep seeing with these 30-day challenges.
Small steps, big changes.
All adds up.
Okay, so how about this one? Walking.
Oh, I love walking.
Me too.
It's so underrated. It's great exercise, low impact. Almost anyone can do it.
And you don't need any special equipment or a gym membership. Just put on your shoes and go.
Exactly. And the best part is, it's amazing for your mental health, too. Studies show it can reduce stress, improve your mood, even spark creativity.
It's like a walking meditation. Okay, get this one source we found. They started having a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil every single day.
Okay, so we have to say this is not medical advice.
Of course, always talk to your doctor.
Yes. Always consult with a healthcare professional before making any major changes to your diet.
Right, your health is your responsibility.
Absolutely. But with that being said, extra virgin olive oil is a big part of the Mediterranean diet, which is supposed to be really good for you. It's full of antioxidants and healthy fats.
It does sound kind of like a fun way to try and be healthier.
Exactly. And that's what's cool about some of these 30-day challenges. They're like experiments. You get to try something new, see how you feel.
I like it. So are you ready for a challenge that's a little out there?
Oh, yeah. Hit me with it.
How about this no shampoo for a whole month?
The no shampoo challenge. I've heard of that one.
Yeah, there are a lot of people who say ditching shampoo is the way to go for healthier hair.
Yeah.
The idea is that the regular shampoo strips away the natural oils in your hair, which can make it dry and cause problems with your scalp. So if you stop using shampoo, it lets your scalp find its own balance.
That's a big change from what most of us are used to.
It is, and it's important to know that it doesn't work for everyone and it takes time for your hair to adjust. Plus, it really depends on what kind of hair you have and what your scalp is like.
So maybe do your research before you try that one.
Definitely. Speaking of diving into something new, let's talk about a challenge that's all about the cold.
You mean cold showers?
Yeah, have you ever tried that?
I can't say that I have.
It's definitely not for everyone, but people who love them say they make you feel more awake, improve your circulation, reduce muscle soreness, and even make you happier.
One person we read about, they took cold showers every day for 33 days. They said it was a shock at first, but then it was actually really refreshing.
I can imagine.
A lot of people say that the cold water wakes you up and then you feel this rush of energy and mental clarity.
Mm,
Some people even say it's like meditation.
interesting. It takes a lot of willpower to stand under cold water, especially first thing in the morning.
It does. But it shows you how powerful the mind-body connection is. When you push your physical limits, it can really affect your mental state.
Okay, let's move on from the cold to another classic exercise for building core strength, sit-ups.
Sit-ups, yeah. Another deceptively simple exercise that's amazing for your core. It really targets those abdominal muscles which you need for good posture, good balance, and to avoid lower back pain.
And just like planks and push-ups, you can do them anywhere, no equipment required.
Exactly. No excuses.
I love it. Okay, I think it's time to give our brains a workout.
Sounds good.
Let's look at some challenges that are good for our minds and our productivity.
Let's do it.
So let's dive into those mindfulness and productivity challenges.
All right.
One that really stood out was all about reading.
Reading is always good.
One source we found, they challenged themselves to read at least 20 pages every day. And they said it really opened their mind up to new ways of thinking.
Yeah, it's like you're suddenly seeing the world from a whole different perspective.
Totally. And it's so easy to get caught up in the digital world.
Yeah.
Taking some time to just focus on reading can feel like a little break for your mind.
Definitely. It's like a little escape from all the noise and chaos.
Exactly. Okay, so speaking of disconnecting, one person we read about, they decided to give up caffeine,
Oh, wow.
which is tough, especially when you work in like a corporate environment, right?
Yeah, it's like caffeine is everywhere in those offices.
Yeah.
Coffee breaks, afternoon pick-me-ups.
Yeah.
It can be hard to break free from that.
Yeah, it's like you're going against the grain.
Yeah.
But you know what's interesting? A lot of people who quit caffeine say they feel less anxious, they sleep better, and their energy levels are more consistent throughout the day.
It's amazing how something we don't even think about that much can have such a huge impact on how we feel.
Yeah, sometimes it takes something like a challenge to make you realize it.
Right.
So let's talk about energy for a second. How about power naps?
Oh, power naps.
One of our sources started taking a 15 to 20-minute nap every day.
You know, power naps are so underrated.
I know, right?
It could really make a difference.
Yeah.
Even short naps help you feel more alert. They improve your brain function, and some people even say they help you remember things better.
It's funny how we think of naps as lazy, though, right?
It's so true.
Yeah.
But they can actually make you more productive if you do them right.
Yeah.
The key is to find that sweet spot. Not too long, or you'll be groggy.
It's all about working smarter, not harder.
Exactly.
Okay, here's another one. One source said they started taking a 15-minute mental break every day.
Oh, that's so important.
Isn't it?
Especially these days when everyone's constantly on the go. It's easy to forget to just take a break and let your mind relax.
They said it was all about breaking free from the glorification of being busy.
I love that.
I know, right?
It's like giving yourself permission to just be present, even if it's just for a few minutes.
Exactly. So for people who want a more structured approach to mindfulness, we found someone who did a 35-day meditation challenge.
Meditation's so popular these days, and for good reason.
I know.
There's so much research about how beneficial it is. Less stress, less anxiety, better sleep, even more self-awareness.
It's like hitting the reset button on your mind.
Right. And even though it can seem a little intimidating at first, there's so many ways to get started.
So many apps and guided meditations and even online groups. It's all about finding what works for you and building that mindfulness muscle day by day.
I like that.
Okay, speaking of building healthy habits, let's talk about email overload.
Oh my gosh, email.
I know, right?
The worst.
It's a struggle.
It never ends.
It never ends. One source decided to start checking their email only twice a day.
Smart.
Right.
It's so easy to get sucked into checking it constantly all day long,
I know.
which is distracting and really breaks your focus.
They even said that checking their email multiple times a day was a bad habit that they wanted to break.
It is a bad habit,
It
but
is.
so many of us do it.
So many.
Setting specific times to check it and deal with it is a much better way to do it.
It's all about setting boundaries, right?
Yes.
Okay, are you ready for some really unique challenges?
Hit me.
Okay, get this. One person decided they were going to write down 10 ideas every single day.
Wow. That's a lot of ideas.
I know, right? Talk about getting those creative juices flowing.
Right.
They use Notion and Google Keep to keep track of everything.
Oh, both great tools.
Right. It's like that saying, the best way to have a good idea is to have a lot of ideas.
Exactly. You never know where that next brilliant idea is going to come from.
So true. Okay, how about this one? Someone did a 30-day tweeting challenge.
Oh, wow. On Twitter.
Yeah, they challenged themselves to tweet twice a day, every day for a month.
That's dedication.
I know, right?
Yeah.
But it shows how powerful social media can be, for connecting with people, sharing your ideas, building a platform.
Yeah. It's so important these days to have a presence online.
Okay, get ready for this one. One person decided to live only in Airbnbs for an entire month.
What?
No joke, just Airbnb hopping for 30 days.
Wow, that's a whole different lifestyle.
I know, right? It's like they wanted to completely switch things up.
That's kind of amazing, though.
It is kind of amazing. It really shows how much technology has changed the way we live and work.
Right. You could be in a new city every few days.
Exactly. Okay, so for all the writers out there, we found someone who challenged themselves to write an entire ebook in just 30 days.
Oh, that's impressive.
I know, right?
Mm.
That takes some serious dedication.
Yeah.
They said they wanted to use those 30 days to build a sustainable writing habit.
It's like any creative pursuit. You have to be consistent. You have to show up every day, even when you don't feel like it.
And a 30-day challenge can help with that.
For sure.
So another source we found, they decided to follow Tim Ferriss's morning routine for 35 days.
Tim Ferriss. Oh, I love him.
He's got some great tips for productivity.
He really does. His books are amazing. The 4-Hour Work Week, the 4-Hour Body Tools of Titans. If you want to get more done, you got to check those out.
His morning routine is all about starting your day off, right? Mindfulness, movement, intention setting.
It makes such a difference how you start your day.
Totally. And even if you don't want to follow someone else's routine exactly, it's a good reminder to think about your own morning routine and how you can make it work for you.
I like that. Okay, what's next?
All right, so this next one is a health challenge, but it's about something so simple that most people forget about it.
Okay, tell me.
Flossing.
Flossing.
Flossing. This person decided they were going to floss every single day for 30 days.
Good for them. I know I should floss more.
I know, right?
It's one of those things that's
Good.
so easy to forget,
Yeah.
but it makes a big difference.
And they mentioned a crazy statistic. Only 30% of Americans floss every day.
Seriously.
I know, crazy, right?
Oh, it's so important, though.
Yeah,
It gets rid of all that stuff that your toothbrush misses.
exactly. And if you don't floss, it can lead to all sorts of problems. Gum disease, heart disease, even some kinds of cancer.
That's scary.
I know, right? So flossing, it's a small habit, but it can have a big impact on your health.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So are we ready for some more fitness?
Oh, yeah, bring on the fitness. All right, so we found another squat challenge.
Bring all the squats.
This time it was 20 squats every day for 35 days.
Squats are the best. They work so many muscles at once.
Right. Legs, glutes, core, you name it.
And you can do them anywhere, anytime.
No excuses. Okay, get ready for this one. This challenge involves a drink that's not exactly a common one.
Oh, what's that?
One of our sources started their day with a glass of lukewarm lemon water every morning for 32 days.
Interesting. I've heard of that lemon water is supposed to be good for digestion, and it's a good source of vitamin C.
Yeah, and even if some of the claims aren't proven yet, it's still a good way to start your day,
Totally. It's like a little ritual.
Exactly. Okay, let's go back to flexibility for a minute. We found someone who did a stretching challenge.
Oh, nice.
They did 12 minutes of stretching every single day for 42 days.
That's awesome. Stretching is so important.
Right. Especially if you sit a lot, like most of us do.
Exactly. Sitting all day can really tighten up your muscles, especially your hips, your back, your shoulders. Stretching helps with all of that.
It's like giving your body a break.
Yeah.
Okay, remember those bananas we talked about earlier?
The 2 bananas a day.
Yeah. Well, this person took it to the next level.
How many bananas are we talking about here?
They ate 2 bananas every day for 66 days.
Wow. They must have been eating bananas for every meal.
I know, right? They said bananas are a great source of carbs for energy, and I've heard they're good for digestion and can even help with muscle cramps.
Yeah, bananas are packed with nutrients, potassium, fiber, vitamins. It's just important to remember that even with healthy foods, you got to listen to your body.
Absolutely. Moderation is key. Okay, let's talk about Notion again. Remember how we said it's great for tracking your progress?
Yeah, it's a great tool.
We found someone who uses it for all their 30-day challenges. They have this cool system where they make a dashboard with a box for each day of the month,
Okay.
and then every day when they finish their challenge, they get to color in the
Oh,
box.
that's fun.
Right. So you can actually see your progress, which is really motivating.
Totally. It makes it feel more real.
Exactly. So it's been so fun diving into all these 30-day challenges with you.
This was awesome.
What I love is how much variety there is.
There really is something for everyone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can find a challenge for any area of your life you want to work on.
And you can experiment and figure out what works best for you.
That's the beauty of it. It's all about self-discovery and growth.
Totally. And remember, it's not about being perfect.
It's about being consistent.
Showing up even when you don't feel like it.
Even small steps can lead to big changes.
So true. So what do you think? Which challenge are you going to try?
Yeah, let us know. We'd love to hear from you. And maybe we'll even do a deep dive on one of these challenges in the future.
That would be fun. Until then, happy challenging, everyone.
Happy challenge.